It's time to ride. Hi, everybody. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're doing well and having a good time. Whatever it is you're doing this Sunday afternoon, morning, evening, maybe Monday. I don't know. It all depends on your reality. For my reality, we're going to get started with another H.C. dime novel today. And introduce a new character into the dime novels that we've been kind of working on. This will not be a George Anderson. George is doing well. Don't worry. As you know, there are a couple of incarnations of George. One of those is on the Wild RP server, and the other one is on PRC, the People's Roleplay. So what I've got here is we've got a new character that we'll introduce to you today, and this will be on the PRC server, and it's a little bit different. I've been spending some time working on it and getting the character, built and put together. And I think I've fleshed out a good chunk of what I'm looking to do with this new character. And the PRC server is probably the best place to start this story. There will be other versions of this character that will appear on other servers. But this is where I wanted to kind of get him going. And so far, I've been doing pretty well with him. This isn't going to be brand new, but I'm going to kind of start this off and get you into the feel of the first couple of weeks that we've been working with him, and we'll kind of drift into what I've been doing recently as we go along. Once again, though, I think it's probably best just to get it started and have you kind of see what you think of it. Once again, my name is Adamos. For those of you just stumbling upon the stream, been doing some streaming on and off, but this will be the first stream that I've done in a little bit over a month now. Took a month off, worked on some stuff, got this kind of put together, and started getting into it and playing with it, and having a lot of fun. The people here on PRC are great role players. They are a lot of fun to hang out with. In the environment, and they get to definitely quite a few of them have their own things going, and I love the stories and stuff that everybody does around here, and you'll kind of see what the way that I've got this character set up. I kind of want to use it to tell you guys these stories, so that you can kind of see maybe some other aspects of it. I'm Basically, remember, the whole super context of all of the HC characters is that they're observers. They're here to kind of look in upon this particular aspect of the world. And I think this guy here in particular is going to be really great for doing that. Like I said, I've been having a lot of fun with him. I've got him good and kind of going. So we'll get you started with that and introduce you to the new HD dime novel character here. And then we'll do this for a couple of hours because I do also have the radio show to do tonight. And we'll talk about that more a little bit later. But for now, it looks like I'm set on my time. That's about how long I wanted to do the opening for. And then we'll get started here with this new dime novel. So once again, thanks everybody for joining me. For those of you over on YouTube, I do appreciate it. Don't forget to give me the old thumbs up on the video if you like what you see, and also make sure you follow along and sub to the channel so that you can get notifications of things coming up for the newer streams that we're going to be doing. And also a big thank you to everybody joining me on Twitch. I know you guys have been hanging out and following along with the streams for a while. And like I said, jumping out and taking a little break here from not just roleplay, but also just streaming in general. And I think Should be good. Should be a lot of fun. Okay, so with that said, let's get the story underway of the new Harmless Content dime novel, issue number 1. Enjoy the stream, and like I said, I appreciate you guys being here. All right, where are we at? Okay, there we go. All right, enjoy. Okay, so with that said, let's get the story underway. Oh yeah, and wouldn't you know it? As soon as I tried to get the stream going, it crashed. So we're gonna have to wait a minute to actually get things underway. But this kind of works out good. Gives me an opportunity to actually do this little section that I wrote, and it was gonna follow this the opening sequence. Yeah, the music was super loud because, you know, when it when it crashed, I started panicking and moving buttons and other stuff. Yeah, it's all good. Like I said, not exactly what I was expecting, but then I'm 5 and 52 of the queue. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. But it looks like everybody got kind of dumped. Hopefully, I didn't crash the stream. I didn't crash the server. I don't think. But yeah, it seems odd. Well, here we go. It's coming in now, which is good. Joining. All right. So yeah. Going. I think. Oh. Yep. Good sign. Good sign. Yeah, 10 in the server right now. Yeah, 60 people in queue. Yeah, I don't have the actual server thing up at the moment, but that's okay. Like I said, it kind of fits. You'll see what I mean when we get started with it. But yeah, this should work out good. Let's see. Gotta make sure this is rolling. And let's see. Why do I not? Okay. That's right. That's right. Okay, that's what the issue is. There it is. Okay. Aha. Okay, good. So we got that set up. Basically what I've got here is to get a few things organized. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, so let's get back to where we were, which is here. And we'll let everything get together again. Sort of. Alright. Let's have the camera drift in here. Nope. There it goes again. Okay. Well, server crashed again. This would be my luck. They had been having some issues with the stream or with the servers all the way up to recently. I was actually looking at doing this the other day, and well, nobody could actually play. Okay, so now I'm 34 of 38 in queue, so yeah. Let's do this. Here. Let me turn a little of this on. Okay, I had found some newer music for this. But yeah, this actually will kind of work out, like I said, in an odd sort of way, I guess. I wasn't really sure how I was going to do this part of the character, but it's going to be probably a part of the character that I may just bring in as I get opportunity. Because for those of you that followed the George Anderson stream, you probably caught that there are down times when it comes to doing roleplay, and some of those downtimes may be in the form of like riding a horse out to a location, or just waiting for other folks to get together and do stuff. And one of the things I wanted to do was this character. You'll kind of see. I think this should give you a good idea of him, and I thought this would be the way to kind of do it. And this will also give me some time here, because yeah, it's going to be a minute before we get to even a chance to get back onto the server again. So yeah, here we go. This starts with this letter being sent from the Saint Denis post office out to where it belongs. We'll put it that way. So it starts like this. HC Sports Desk to Edward Gordon from Robert Stockton regarding Saint Denis Saints National League baseball team. Bordeaux, That rotten boy at the assignment desk screwed us again, coach. It turns out these rumors about the Saint Denis Saints team are just that. They're stinking rumors. I finally get out here, and after a whole night of investigative inquiry on my part, Gordon, I find out there are no plans for a National League team here anytime soon. They don't even have a goddamn baseball field. I spent 4 uncomfortable days on a stinking cargo train to race out here and find this out? If we were going to get this sports section of the publication any kind of credibility, we need to have real stories, not vague promises of leads from the town drunkard at some ungodly hour of the night. You should think about this while sipping on your morning tea and pondering your next slander against that straddlebug McKinley and all of his hateful tariffs, Eddie. Well, I guess while I'm waiting, I can follow up on this turtle racing circuit one of the locals was rambling about before he passed out on the bar floor last night. In the meantime, I'll be awaiting instructions on what the next move is, old sport. Respectfully, Robert. P.S. See attached invoice for room charges at Bastille Saloon. End letter. Day 1, missed call. yeah, that definitely strikes it there. Okay, well, we're at least moving along here. I'm crossing my fingers that this will go, but I've at least gotten to character select twice, and I've done my first initial sitting about. The nice thing about it is that this actually, as it goes with trying to do a streaming and tell a story, you can't control certain things, like whether the server is going to work or not, and you can't control other things like what the time of day it is for your camera shot. But in this case, I ended up with what I was looking for. So without further ado, and before it crashes again, let's take a look at Robert. Alright, apparently that's the best we're gonna get. I'm happy with that. Okay. Oop, no telegrams. At least that's comforting in some kind of way. Get a hotel room here at the Bastille Saloon. Really nice place. And we'll see how it goes. So far, I ended up getting room 54, which is quite a nice place. And like I said, so far, not so much trouble in this area. But we'll see how it goes. We get rumors of a fight league in the area, so we might be able to cover that. Occasionally there's a few races and some other things that go on as well, and we'll see how it goes. Hello to Blind Bat, watching and listening to Zana. Excellent. I don't know how well this is going to fit with it, but thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. And like I said, so we got a new character here, and the server just crashed. Awesome. There we go. I definitely have a feeling that this is going to be a short stream for a couple of reasons. Eventually we're going to make it to the saloon and maybe a few other places. We'll see how it goes. Wow. No, you didn't crash it. I think I crashed it by streaming. It appears that way. It was the second that I hit go live, the go live screen. No, I think it's something I did. I guess the key thing is that I get the first novel done. Basically, what I've been doing with this guy is he's a journalist, as you kind of got there from the little intro sequence. I did like the little section there on tabloid, if you caught that. I'll use that at the beginning of a few more of these dime novels, but I do plan on trying to stream as much as possible. When I can, at least the RP side of it, when there's quite a few folks around, because like I said, one of the things that I really enjoy in watching RP streams over the last couple of years is the stories that are being told and kind of hitching in on them. And the big thing is that my stream isn't going to be like the center focus of any of that. I want it to be another set of eyes on maybe an event happening that people can kind of see from the perspective of this character here, and how he'll interact with it. Which was kind of the reason that we've moved off of the George Anderson character to this one, because like I said, I started messing around on the PRC server a little while ago, and you'll remember that we did one or two of the first couple dime novels of George's were also on this server, which part of it is it's a different server, so they have different rules for things, they have different abilities that you can do, stuff that other servers don't have, and definitely like stuff that other servers do have you may not find here. So it became a little difficult to try to do the same character in two different places at the same time, even though that is kind of part of the whole idea of the story that I'm working on with this, is that they will have this kind of same place but very different realities of that place. Okay. This is new. think I'm just gonna... Well, I'll let you see what's going on, because this is what I came into. There's the live. There we go. Okay, again, I have no idea how long this is going to survive, because it was still doing the load spinner once I got in here. But, there we go. We'll cross our fingers. Like I said, this actually kind of works out good, because I definitely have no concept that it's going to stay. Yeah, well, it's kind of the other thing. Okay, there it goes again. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. It does not look like it wants to stick around. Let's see, we'll do that one again. Yeah. Boy, I wonder if this is... I'm starting to kind of think this may be a me issue at this point. Let's, do a couple of things here. I'm gonna throttle back on a few things. It might just be, I don't know. It could be maybe a memory issue here. I don't know. We'll try it again. It does look like it's a... Yeah. Alright, well there it goes. Let's take a quick peek in the Discord and see if something's popping up there. Yeah, it looks like other people are having issues. Yep, they're aware of the crashes and looking into it. Cool. Yeah, like I said, this is kind of the other thing too, is that the PRC server is a fairly new server running the Red M software. They got started back in July, I want to say. And that was kind of where I got in, was right at the very beginning when they were doing it. I put in an application there. And then for those of you that followed along with George's story mainly takes place on one of the other Red Dead servers, the Wild RP server. So this is like a different, like I said, a different server. And also I kind of put here on the list, they did send out a couple of kind of cool things there. There's the apply today address there at theprc.com. And fairly straightforward. Now I understood they redid some of the allow list questions on the questionnaire. Because you do have to actually get to, you send in an application and then they review it, and that's how you tend to get into it. So, basically kind of set up everything for doing this. And then, like I said, they had just gotten started, so part of the reason that I was not doing a lot of stuff here was because they were having, early getting started kind of issues. Now this thing here, I don't know where this is coming from, but it definitely appears that this is once again another issue. Now, for those of you maybe not familiar, earlier this week, the Rockstar servers, when they put up the new GTA Super Ultimate Edition that they put out, apparently upon launching it, they ended up basically shutting down everybody's ability to log into not only the GTA, the new stuff, but somehow that ended up being also the Red Dead server. And so basically nobody could play any Red Dead of any kind, whether it was in one of the Red M roleplay servers, or even the online version, or even really the story mode, which became kind of a surprise to everybody that had purchased the game. It was the thought that, well, if I can't do the online thing, well, I could, do the story mode. You can't do anything. You basically have to connect to that login service in order to play the game, and people were not happy, to say the least, about that. Now, I had heard a couple of different things about what was going on with that, but basically, it just meant that we weren't able to play the game at all. I don't know if this is the same kind of thing. This definitely looks like it's just crashing out. But the good thing is that like I said, it seems to be coming back online, as opposed to last time where it was like gone, and yeah. So, please remember to clear your crashes folder. Okay. Oh. Done that fairly recently. 3 of 23 in queue, so we're getting there. As far as what I've been doing with Robert here playing, I've met a few people, just kind of getting in and kind of chatting with folks. And part of the reason that I decided to do these streams is because I've been doing that... Oh, connection failed. Because I've been doing that enough now, and interacting with people, and I've got him kind of established to the point where, like, I don't have to do the money grinding or leveling up anything. There we go. I think it crashed again, and I am now 1 of 1 in queue, so... I'm 1 of 4. I'm like the first person to get in, so I'm basically, yeah. There we go. Either way, we'll keep trying. Why not? I mean, we got the stream started. Might as well, like I said, kind of test out everything here. I've been playing around with some of the music stuff that I got planned for the show, along with a few other things, so we just don't have to do it live. It's just funny that it happened to be like 10 minutes after I got started that all of this got started. Yeah, it sucks when it fails, but it is kind of... The funny thing is that this is actually kind of the whole point of dealing with some of the stuff in roleplay, because roleplay is very... well, it's improv to a point. You kind of work with what you got. Yeah, I got about 1 second to loot the place, which is, yeah. I don't think Robert's quite above that yet. I've been playing him pretty straight to the vest, with most people. I want him, like I said, he's going to be this journalist, and the plan is that he's going to be a sports journalist. But as I kind of got there in the intro letter, there isn't a lot of sports here. And from the kind of story that I'm putting together with him, the dime novel that sent him out here is trying to expand their readership. For those of you maybe not familiar with this time period, I did a lot of research and stuff on kind of what was going on during this time period. It's actually rather interesting, because it turns out that it's kind of, a good time period that is very similar to things that are going on nowadays. There was a lot of centralization of media sources. The Hearst newspaper was basically it. They kind of controlled all of the media outlets, or a lot of them, and there wasn't a whole lot of variation in the journalism during the time. And one of the things that I think Hick had brought up when we were talking about it during one of the shows was that this is the era of what's called yellow journalism, which is basically kind of like what people complain about nowadays. That journalists clearly have an agenda that's paid for by, the big companies. And that's going to be kind of where we start with this character. He is trying to get a new form of entertainment, which I have brought up here at the very beginning with this little screen here. Let me bring it back up again because I think it's definitely worth taking a look at. I get that we're here. We're standing here again where we were before, but I'm going to give it a minute this time before we get too far into what's going on. And I wanted to kind of bring us back to this. I really thought this was a great little factoid that fit in very nicely to what I'm doing with this particular character. And it's basically from this news source that I picked up. I believe it's the American English Dictionary. I have to take a look at it, but basically it's this. Tabloid, noun. A small tablet of medicine. Was actually a trademark name. So tabloid was originally a trademark name by Burroughs, Wellcome and Company for compressed or concentrated chemicals and drugs. Basically, it was by 1898, so 2 years before this, where we're currently at in the game. It was being figuratively used to mean a compressed form or dose of anything, hence tabloid journalism, which basically the phrase was coined in 1901. So right about this time was this idea that they trademarked this word, tabloid, and it became so synonymous with this idea of like anything that's concentrated, whether it's whatever it is, and thus the idea of these newspapers that had very compact news articles, very short stories in them about things, and the sports tabloids were one of the big ones that kind of got started. So that was kind of the idea here that I was going with this particular character, is that he's going to be one of the first tabloid journalists, for lack of a better term.
Good day.
And it also fits in nicely for those of you that know what the context of the character being obviously an HST journalist, Hunter S. Thompson type of character. Obviously, that's kind of where I pulled the voice that I'm going to use for this is just a caricature of that.
How do you do, sir?
To a certain extent. I have he's definitely not Hunter. But I have a lot of his characteristics that I want to use for this character. It is definitely one of my heroes of journalism, and I thought this would be a good one to kind of fit in and work into this world at a time when there definitely has to be people like him to move things into that direction. Now, granted, what we think of as tabloids are like scandal mags, but during this time, it would have been a little different. Sure, there would have been, scandalous article type stuff in them, but for the most part, they would kind of exist on their own. Some covering news, and whatnot. So, we've almost made it to the hotel room, which is good. We're coming up. This is the bank here on the right. One thing I have gotten quite a bit better about is learning the actual maps and feeling comfortable in the character itself. It takes a little bit to get as much as possible out of this. Yeah, well, you would think, but it's not actually going to be quite that sort of a character. And it'll just kind of give you an idea. I've already met with one of the there was currently sheriff elections going on right now, and I just met one of the now sheriffs that won his election. Actually, the two elections that I've kind of followed along in so far. This is the Bastille Saloon. This is where Robert currently lives. He's basically, he's a journalist, so he goes from hotel existence to hotel existence. Like I said, first thing when I got in here, I got a room, and I thought this was interesting, but his room number is 54. And that brings us to this place here. Like I said, I really like the hotel rooms in this location, and these are the most expensive ones that you can get. So this is a very high-end sort of hotel room, which is exactly what you'd need. It is not a soundproof suite by any chance, and unfortunately, I'd like to try to figure out how to get lizards up here, but I don't think that's going to happen either. At least not now. Yeah, this is basically the room. And in here, you've got a couple of different things. We've got this is kind of your main storage. So, like, this is where you can kind of store things. Everybody gets basically can have access to one hotel room. And you have to pay for it. Most of the towns have hotels in them. Let me show you here, actually. Some of the things that are kind of different and kind of neat in the way that they're running this server. This is where we're starting, and this is where we're going to kind of focus our attention right now, as far as our where George is going to live. He basically came in on the boat here in Saint Denis, which this is the docks over here, is where this all started. And we are currently over here. This is where the hotel is. Here. There's the bank that we passed by. There's also a theater in town. There's a couple of them. There's one here and one over here. All of these properties now are basically you can kind of purchase them through the game system itself. And then any of the locations that you're interested in, you can actually put in for in the future. Like you can see if they will allow you to purchase that particular property and set it up. It's all very fluid right now, but that is kind of their plan. Is that for folks that stick around and role play quite a bit, if you wanted to have a base of operations, you can actually purchase one of the buildings for it. It has a few people actually now own certain locations that they've kind of always wanted to work with. The dev team here is really great as far as working with people who reach out to them. You can have a couple of things on this server that are kind of unique. One of them is you can apply for what's basically, if you can come up with a good idea and write it out and give them an idea and talk to them about it, you can set up like what's basically known as like a super group, where you're maybe one of the main characters in the story that Red Dead takes place in, or like over the Halloween month of Halloween. They did an entire month of Halloween here, and they had a couple of people that were super characters that basically they had God mode set up for them. They could do other things. They had a dev that was basically there to assist them in like creating supernatural events, and it is amazing. It was easily one of the best like full server RP things that I could see. I didn't actually take place in any of it. There is a little bit that I kind of ran into some of the folks that were part of it, but you could actually opt into it, and if somebody confronted you with it while you were playing and you didn't want to be part of the Halloween stuff, you just had to say the word hocus pocus. And if you did, they would disengage and not try to, kidnap you or kill you or do whatever they were going to do to further their Halloween story stuff. And man, it is amazing. Like the Halloween, the actual day of Halloween, the stuff that they did was so fun to watch. And it was really fun to watch it from all of the different streamers' perspectives as to what was going on, because basically, like, they took the entire western area of the map and turned it into, like, just a crazy, like, Halloween story, which was just so fun to watch. And like I said, another part of the reason that I really wanted to be part of this with this character was to kind of cover and introduce you to maybe some of the other streamers that have bigger stories going on that are a lot of fun to watch. So, with that in mind, this is the city that we're in, Saint Denis, which is basically it's New Orleans, and this is down in the lower section of the map down here. The sheriff I met is the sheriff of Rhodes now, which is kind of a very Georgia. I always think of it as how Georgia, like a Georgia location. And then the other location that George spends some time around is actually up over in this area right here, Valentine. I've got a little campsite over here that I go to and do some fishing. And the fishing in this game is a lot of fun, and you can make some pretty good money on it. So that's kind of how I'm bankrolling what I'm doing. And part of what I want to do is to be able to, bankroll not just myself, but also be able to fund other things that are going on as well. So yeah, here we are in Saint Denis. Like I said, this is the hotel that I'm currently staying at. There's some other locations like the bank here. Down here is the general store. And a few other locations. Down here is the stables, and George already has 2 horses, both of which I've got basically maxed out. So they're you have to actually, in this you have to you don't get a horse at full skill, I guess. You basically have to bond with them. You have to like play a little mini game where you feed them, you make sure that they're brushed and whatnot, and you get kind of like points for that. I'll show you that, and we'll do some of that later on with George when he gets he's gonna get another horse. Because I've got, like I said, I've got 2. I got the one that I bought when I started, which is a good one. It's a good starter horse, and then I ended up getting another one. And the new horse is a flat out high speed horse. It doesn't have a lot of stamina though, so you kind of you do trade-offs with a lot of the stuff in the way they've got it set up in this particular game. So yeah, here we got to the stuff in this area. We'll take a look around, and I'll show you some of the stuff in Saint Denis here. And then the other thing I wanted to do, let's see, we're not doing too bad. Okay. The other place that we can take a look at, and I'll show you some stuff here, I have to swing by here, which is the bait store. There's 2 bait stores that you can buy bait for fishing, and that's it. So one of them's over here, and I swing by it whenever I possibly can, and pick up some more bait and stuff so that I can continue to do it. It's kind of, like I said, it's his moneymaker. And it's a lot of fun. A nice, relaxing thing I like to kind of work with. And I think it'll be a good AMSR type streaming stuff. Let's see. So, okay, there we go. Yeah, back to the hotel room. So, in the hotel room here, I have this little trunk. And in the trunk, you can basically store some of your items. It's basically the only storage you have aside from your horse or wagon, if you have one of those. So right now I have a few like miscellaneous things. I've got some oranges, some water, cigarettes, and tobacco, and then miracle tonics, which are kind of like your heal for out in the field. When you're not near a doctor's office or anybody that can do medical stuff, you use the miracle tonics. The thing that's a little bit different about this server than the other server where when you die in the other server, you basically, if you try to respawn, you lose everything that's on your character. They don't have that kind of a setup on this server. You basically just wait a few minutes and then you can get back up. The whole point about it is that they want you to RP what's going on, so that you don't just die all the time and lose all your stuff constantly. But you are kind of limited to, you can only carry so much physical weight on you. And here's your inventory. You can only carry 30 pounds on you. And then everything that you carry on you also weighs something as well. So it's kind of a tricky game as for storage and organization and things like that. The other thing that you have in your hotel room that you purchase is your wardrobe, which allows you to basically save any of your outfits or any of the stuff. Let's see. Let's start with. Oh, I saved it. What did I save it as? Oh, there it is. Okay, this is the one. We'll switch to this outfit. There we go. So yeah, this will be basically my walking around outfit for him once he's out of town. So yeah, pretty much you can do anything you want as far as roleplay goes in the rooms themselves. Let's see, can I? If I can. Oh yeah, you can do this. Okay, this is kind of cool. They have like these different kinds of like scenarios, I think they're called. Where is the one that I want? There it is. So you can call these up, and then basically like kind of your character will do an animation. But of course, while you're doing this, you can't really do anything else. It's just, again, for roleplay's purposes. I like this one, though. I suspect we'll be doing this a bit. Oh, cool. Thanks, doll. Oop, wait, what's the problem? Not enough money. Ugh. Yeah, I was thinking that's a good way to, that's a good thing to call it, the correspondence. Because I definitely plan on doing that, and I'll probably also post them in my my chat area.
Oh, hello there.
Howdy.
No, it is sad. Very sad. Couldn't afford the stew. I don't, you know what? I don't actually know what I spent the money on either. That's kind of, I think it was on the worms. Buying worms. Yeah, and just an FYI, as far as how this server runs, I've already been held up 3 times. So, you can kind of expect that that's going to happen. For the most part, Robert is not a gun toter. I have a gun. I do carry it around, but like whenever I'm in the city, I try to make sure to unequip it. Mostly because I accidentally pull weapons, I find a lot in this, so until I figure out how to get around that, I'm gonna try to keep from pulling weapons on people as much as possible. They're usually pretty good about it. Like, obviously, if you pull a knife on them, that's you accidentally did that. Until you actually start slashing at them. Hello? Alright, I think. Can I buy stew? Excellent. I'll get a cup of coffee too, why not? Okay, we need to set the map. That'll be our goal here for the next few minutes. And here, let me show you. Since I'm kind of getting started here. Be able to see down in the bottom left here, you can actually see the game controls that I'm looking at. You've got your heart, which is your health. This will basically, as it gets lower, it'll kind of like go down, and then it turns yellow. After it turns yellow, it turns red, and when it's red, you're basically on the verge of dying. That's where you get those tonics, or you stop off at a doctor's office, or speak with a doctor. There's also these two right here, which you can't see because they're completely wiped out. So when I eat the stew, it will do both fill up my food bar and my water. There we go. No, I try to avoid eating the worms. But I do use that. I've used that a couple of times with people holding me up. What do you have all these worms for? Well, don't you get hungry? That usually will gross them out enough. Okay, coffee does not do anything for you, but damn, it looks cool. It's a great little prop when you're hanging out and talking. Now, like I said, I've met a few folks, but not a lot. Oh, here we go. This is one of the newer tunes that I thought fit him quite well. Howdy, man. Greetings. Okay, well, there we go. Yeah, so I've got two horses here. Karis. This is the first horse that I got. And, yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Let's not mess with this. Good. Okay. This is not the final look for this horse. This is Obelisk, whom is actually known as Obi. Obi is a Turkoman. Let's shut this down a little bit. There we go. It kind of sounds like Christmas music, yeah. So let's get rid of it. There we go. Yeah, this is a Turkoman horse. Like I said, the thing about this horse is it's fast. It is really fast when it comes to horses. It's a lot of fun to really go all out with it. I currently have it up to... I'll show you how this works. When I take and brush the horse... There we go. When you brush the horse, you get 1 point for brushing the horse. There's also creams that you can buy for the horse, and a couple other things. You can buy them candies, sugar cubes, little hay, stacks of hay. Each one of those gives a certain amount of points. And this particular horse started at level 1 was, I believe, 75 points. After that, it went to 450, and then the next one was 1100, and then the final one was 2450. You can kind of see here, it shows you down underneath here the bonding stats. I'm currently rank 4 of 4, so it's maxed at this point, which is 2450 points. I have 51, so I just got this set up. I jumped in a little bit earlier to get this set up for the stream. So we got that set up on it, and then the other thing they have on these horses is the horse has a satchel on it. The satchel is basically like your storage, and each one of your horses has like their own unique satchel. So anything that I put in this particular horse stays on this horse, and anything I put on the other horses, you get the idea. So in here, the satchels hold 50 pounds worth of stuff. So remember, I had kind of mentioned that the character holds 30, plus your horse is another 50. You get kind of the idea how that works. That does not seem to change. It is 50 per horse. And like I said, this is a really fun horse. It's a little skitterish, but it is not anything like the other horse that I have, the Karis. Karis horse is like one of the first starter horses. It was a lot less as far as points to max it out. I think that one maxed out at like 1500 points. Was level 4. It's not as fast. It doesn't. Its stamina doesn't seem to last as long or anything else. If you take a look, well, you can't see it. So let me fix it so you can. Here we go. Down on the bottom now on the stats bar, you can actually see 2 other stats have appeared here. One that looks like a lightning bolt and has a horseshoe on it, and the other one is a heart with a horseshoe. So those are the stats for your horse. The lightning bolt is how much stamina it has, and the heart is its, health. So basically, like the stamina, when stamina or health burn out and you need to get them back on the horse, the only way you can do that right now in the game is by taking it to one of the stables, like where I just got it to, and you put it away, and then when you take it out again, it should max out its health and thing. It doesn't always do that though. It's still a little broken. But they're working on it. It gets you from place to place, which is the important part. And part of the reason that I have 2 horses is because there's some other glitchy type things, and it just is a little more convenient to have a second horse. And in this case, this is a pretty good second horse. Alright, let's have some fun. That's a good bit. So this is the spot where we go to pick up our bait. I use live bait. There's a couple of different things that you can kind of go with here. Okay, so yeah, here we go. The live bait consists of worms, crickets, and crayfish. Those are the three that I work with. There's also these lures, which are really expensive, but and you're supposed to be able to reuse lures, but I've not had good luck with that. So I just kind of stick with this. It works for what I do. You can kind of see here that it shows that there are 5 of each of these. That actually is kind of a thing that they use to regulate the quantity that people can buy. Like, I can buy all of these out here, and there basically won't be anybody, you know, if the next person comes along, they're only going to see 2. I generally try not to buy them all out. That way other people can purchase stuff. The reason that I use these 3 right here is because they catch medium-sized fish, a lot of cases. It's kind of, they tell you down in the description. And I've found that medium fish are kind of my bread and butter. I've got a really good spot that I go to and I get them. These 2 right here, the cheese and the corn, you can use those to catch smaller fish. And then the lures and stuff you use to catch the larger fish is basically what I've kind of picked up from it. Okay, got that. I'm going to take and put these onto the horse. Mm-hmm. There we go. So what I kind of do is I go between the 2 locations and more or less like kind of stockpile some of the live stuff, and then when I get a chance to, I'll go and spend a little bit of time just fishing. Yeah, some of the songs are kind of like that in the Epidemic Sound is the name of the sound service that I use. And yeah, some of the tunes definitely are other songs, just like a couple of notes changed here and there. That's fine. Okay, so next step. Let's head to... I'm gonna need to put the horse away. Let's take him over. Yeah. Get over here real quick. Let me check out roads. Yeah, like this one has a Ghost Riders thing going. Fishing. No, I don't think I have a command for that. I do have this. I think this is it. New. YT. Yeah, there it is. That's the new YouTube thing. Until I don't know, whatever I need to do to qualify to get that turned from that list of characters with an equal sign on it. Get it switched over to Atomos CLU. And I'll probably end up moving the stuff over to the Capped Atomos YouTube channel as well. It's good to see that the Acosta bot is on the case. What's he thinking? Where are we at? Okay, not too bad. I was gonna head over to Rhodes here and see if I can get a moment to speak with Ethan, the new sheriff of Rhodes. Yeah, looks pretty good. I think the lighting works for a dark night. Alright, we're heading on into Rhodes here. See what comes of this. Alright, well this is usually kind of a George thing. But I don't think we'll pass up the opportunity here. Sunrises in this game are just amazing. The environment itself is so good, but yeah, these are always great. Let's see. I know I had a thing for this. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. This should work. Oh, there we have it. Somebody's shooting. And there appears to be turkeys running around town, so pretty good chance that's what we're hearing. But we know somebody's in town. Pull some cash out just in case we get robbed, so we don't something to give them. Let's see. I don't see anything else. Probably one over here somewhere. Let him do it. Main reason I'm swinging by here is to get something to eat. Of course, a little bit of rest out west. Work. Once again, thanks everybody for joining me here as we get the H.C. Down novel stuff kicked off with George Stockton. So one of the things you can use the troughs for here now is they added in the ability to clean yourself up so you're not completely covered in dirt all the time. Each one of the cities is a little bit different. This one here tends to be dusty, and some of the other ones are a little muddier and whatnot. Part of the reason that I wanted to get in and get some streaming started here was because this is all about to change as far as the server is concerned, because they're going to be switching over to a winter motif fairly soon. It's already happened a few times that it has snowed on the map, and we're going to experience quite a bit of that as the next few weeks roll out. Right. Grab something to eat. Hello, how are you? Why do I not hear anything? Oh, are you kidding? Well, that explains it. There we go. Can you hear me now?
I hear you. Yeah.
There we go. No, had some something stuck in my ears.
Oh, I see. I see. Understood. I don't think I met you.
No, I'm well, relatively new to the area. I've been mostly in Saint Denis lately, and
Ah, I see.
yeah, I met Ethan there yesterday, and
Uh-huh.
he had mentioned that he was going to be the sheriff, and said swing on by, say hi to folks here.
I see. Well, it is a very good decision by you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
I mean, it is a little bit quiet around here lately, but we're hoping to change this, yeah?
Yeah, yeah, that's what he was saying. It's you know, you get quite a few folks, but it's still kind of quiet. But this is fine. Yeah, it's a beautiful little area.
Oh, you like it here?
Oh, it's nice. Yeah, I've met a few folks that are around here, and they seem real nice. You get to beautiful inn and everything. But yeah, I was basically sent out to the area to cover well, sports, but it doesn't appear that there's a lot of that going on. So I thought I'd just kind of spend some time meeting some folks and get used to the area.
Oh, I see. So, are you looking for a job or anything?
Well, I'm a writer, you know, so I you know,
Oh,
I
fancy.
gotta try to make money doing that. But you know, I do need to get some money, you know, for food and whatnot. Are you looking?
Yeah.
Are you hiring?
I am most definitely hiring.
Oh yeah, yeah. What
Yeah.
what are you hiring for?
Well, you see, I have this, yeah.
Okay. So you own this place. That is a beautiful
Yeah.
location.
It is a beautiful location. And you know, as a bartender, you meet a lot of people. You know, you get to talk to them and get to see what they're about, yeah.
Well, phew, I don't know. Bartender might not be a good idea for me, you know, but I suppose I could try it at some point.
Yeah. Well, you let me know.
Okay. Okay. Well, what was your? I didn't catch your name there.
I am Sonia.
Okay. Sonia.
Yes. What was your name?
I'm sorry. Robert. What's your
Robert.
PO box? So I can get a hold of you.
Of course. It is 2? No, sorry. 3, 2, 1. And 2, 4.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. What was the other?
2, 4.
3, 2, 1, 2, 4. Yep.
Yeah.
Excellent. Sonia. What's your last name again?
Sonia, yes. My last name is Bjarskadottir, but I thought you can.
We'll go with Sonia.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, my name's Robert Stockton. Like I said, just kind of getting around the area, and yeah.
So, what sort of sports are you into then?
Well, you know, they sent me out here to look into. There was rumor that Saint Denis was going to get one of the National League baseball teams, and I came out here and found out that it was just some drunken idiot in New York that said that, and for some unknown reason they sent me out here on a 4-day trip to look into it, and there isn't even a baseball field around here.
Well, yeah, that is definitely something.
Yeah, well, I heard that occasionally they have like fights and some other kind of sporting things. So you know, I could look into those.
Yeah. Well, I hope you like it around there.
Yeah,
I can
Yeah,
say
yeah.
it's definitely an interesting place.
it sounds like it very much so. And like I
Yeah.
said, I get a chance to meet the Ethan. He seems like a stand-up guy. Sounds like you're in good shape as far as the future goes.
Well, I certainly hope so. Most definitely hope so.
Yeah, sure.
We're going to put down an effort for it, yeah?
Okay, yeah. Well, I'll let you get back to it. It looks like you got quite a few folks heading on in to the restaurant there. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, it was good meeting you, Sonia, and we'll probably get in contact. I'm starting to like the idea of working the bar more and more.
Interesting. Well, it's definitely a fun, part-time thing,
Okay.
like you can do it as much as you want or as much as you don't want, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to expect you to sit there all day or anything.
No. Yeah, wouldn't be able to. But yeah, it sounds like it's almost perfect for what I need to do. Because there's going to be downtime, obviously, in between stories.
Exactly, and sometimes people can be inspiring for stories,
Well, good point. Yeah, it's a great place to to find out what's going on because like I was at the Bastille there in Saint Denis, the saloon, and that's where I'm currently staying. A very nice place, but boy, it gets raucous at night.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it has its ups and downs.
Sure, as any place does. It's just kind of the way it goes. There was a guy over there that said something about turtle racing. That there's like they're trying to get a turtle racing championship type thing going.
That sounds like fun.
It does sound like fun, but it sounds like a load of malarkey. So I got to look into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I should
You
probably.
definitely have some things to investigate.
Yeah, that's what I figured. There's definitely that. Hey, how you doing?
Hey. Yeah, definitely sounds like you're off to lunch then.
Yeah, there's that. And then, I don't know. There's something about squirrel boxing, but, that definitely seems out of the question. Maybe not real. I don't know. You gotta look into it.
I don't know what it is.
I don't either. That's what I said. And, the guy, he said that, and then he passed out on the ground. So, it might have just been a hallucination. It could have been, very easily.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely, I never heard about it before, but I am not very good with this language, so it happens that I have not heard about a lot of things.
Well, yeah, but I mean, hey, you're living the dream. You got a place here, a real nice place, and that's excellent.
Yeah.
Very good.
I mean, I only just, got this position, and
Okay.
trying to figure out exactly how I want to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a lot to do. Plus, there's stuff like Ethan was saying that he was looking at getting something going here, like once a week. I thought that was a great idea.
Yeah, that could be very fun.
Mm-hmm. Maybe get that squirrel boxing. Get the little gloves for the little buggers. See what happens.
I mean, I don't know if that's even possible.
I don't either, but I like the idea, and it's got weight somewhere.
That is true.
But yeah, so either way, I should probably head on out because I want to get on over to Valentine before it gets dark.
Of course, I didn't mean to keep you.
No,
but it
that's
was
okay.
a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, it was very nice talking to you, Sonia, and I'm sure we'll talk again in the future.
Almost definitely, yes. And do get back to me, if you want at least a part-time job.
Yeah,
I'd
sure.
be
That
very
definitely
happy to have you.
sounds like a great idea. That way, meet some folks in town and learn how things go. That'd be great. Very good.
Mhm.
Very good.
Oh, that reminds me. I
Yeah.
did not get your PO box, did I?
Yeah. Good idea. Let's see.
Yeah.
It is here we go. 11496.
11496.
Yes, ma'am. That's it.
All right then. Then I can reply to you as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Not too used to the telegram system here. Usually, I'm sending things off to New York, and so I don't really do a lot of sending things around here.
My chances going around.
But yeah, I got to remember to add that to the to each one of the telegrams. That's a good idea. Thank you.
I understand. But good luck with the Valentine.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah, good luck with the hotel stuff. And like I said, I'll get back to you because boy, the bartender.
Yes,
That
most
definitely
definitely.
sounds like a good idea. A very good idea. Okay.
Excellent.
Well,
I
you
shall
take care
look
of yourself.
forward to hear from you. You too.
I should drink some water before I pass out here. I don't know. What do you think, chat? Bartender? Seems like a good gig. Although I do think head of the Squirrel Boxing League would also be a career to aspire to. No, I have no idea where that came from. I had to one up the turtle racing. I think that's where it came from. That was the other thing I was thinking too, is turning it into a like, well, you had a lot of customers, but we don't have any money. That kind of thing. Seems legit. Seems like a good job to get fired from right off the bat. Get that record going. All right. Whoop. There we go. It's still a little glitchy in there. All right, so I wanted to head over here. Because I basically need to do a couple of things over in Valentine. And one of those is I wanted to show you something new that they've added to the game recently. There we go. And this in. That's a great quote. The other thing too is that Where the Buffalo Roam. In Where the Buffalo Roam, Hunter is the bartender in the scene where Duke and Laz tried to hang that guy. He's the one that's actually behind the bar, which got me to thinking, yeah, you know, bartender is a hell of a gig for him to get, and it would fit. And yes, actually what had happened was the TeamSpeak had crashed. I'm getting a little bit better at recognizing when that has happened now. I knew she was trying to talk to me there. Usually, sometimes people will be quiet, but it's really rare here that they don't at least... I mean, they could be the biggest, you know, mean character on the server, and they'll still say hi to you when you say hello. Well, I'm trying to switch it to hello. Let's put it that way. Hey, Alteran! No, Mr. Anderson did not die. Mr. Anderson is doing well, and probably doing whatever he does right now. But no, we switched to a new character, and we started a little bit ago, but you'd be surprised the fact that you didn't really miss anything. Mainly because the server, like, as soon as I started the stream, the server crashed a few times. You can go back and watch the VOD. But, yeah, I kind of go over a little bit of this new character here. His name's Robert Stockton, and he's a journalist for a dime novel that is attempting to kind of up their readership during a time where basically, like, mass media, the equivalent of mass media, controls all of the newspapers. And so he's trying to help out this little startup, going from being a dime novel and turning it into a more of what's called a tabloid, which will be called a tabloid about a year from now historically. But yeah, it's kind of right at the changeover from large newspapers to smaller local published type papers. And so I thought it was like kind of a perfect character to bring in to this world here. They do have there are like, the server does have newspapers with people that are actually writing stories about stuff. Part of the reason that I'm doing this particular character is because he is writing, but not going to be writing what he's supposed to be writing. He's going to be writing other things. I'll cover events and sports things that are going on. I do know that there is boxing. They have like a yard fights basically here on this server, and they've also done a couple of other things like races and things like that. But I figured it was kind of a beneficial thing for this. Sports writing is actually pretty big during this time period, which it really, like, sports writing got started the mid 23 20 in the 20s, and I'm talking now 1820s was when sports started to appear in newspapers, and most of it was like local stuff, like the local high school things and stuff like that. Baseball didn't really get a lot of coverage until later on in the 1800s. But as far as sports is concerned, baseball is king right now. As far as an organized sports is concerned, there's other things like college football and some other things that are covered, but they're not as big. The national championship is one of the things that goes on as far as football is concerned. Boxing is quite big during this time period as well, with coverage, and of course horse racing and things like that. So it kind of fits in with this character and this time period. And I have found that I've been playing for about a month now. This is the first actual stream of this character, but he's been here for a little while. And I've really found that in talking with people about this idea of him being a sportscaster, I don't think they connect right away that that is actually a big thing during this time period. Maybe not to like the level that we think of it, but yeah, there we go. Adele put up another clip. The clip that I put up there, that's the introduction letter that I wrote for what's going on here. And yeah, you can kind of look through or listen to that and go with that. But yeah, I've been kind of working on some different things with this, and I got some different ideas. But yeah, he's gonna be he's part of the main story. Well, somebody else has crashed, so there may be a crash coming along here. I don't know. Kind of part of the reason that I got out of Saint Denis. Saint Denis seems to be an epicenter for some of the problems the server is currently experiencing. So as far as the stream is concerned today, kind of my plan was just to kind of do this, show you this character, a little bit about it, kind of get around and show you a little bit of the mechanics on this server, because it's quite a bit different than the one that I was doing the George Anderson streams. It's a little bit more of a game-based server. And by game-based, I mean that there's actually like mini games and stuff that you do. Like, for example, this horse right now is doing a good job with this riding here, because I've got it at a high level. It's a level 4 bonding. And as you go up in the bonding each level, it gets a little bit better at the stamina and whatnot. And then they seem to act a little bit better. You can do like certain kinds of tricks. I think it's at level 2 that you can like you can hit the space bar to jump. So you actually kind of like level up stuff in it. There's also a system in here that is for player skills. So like lifting things, you get physical strength, which will increase different aspects to your character. There's like a gathering, and then of course there's a crafting system. Right now I'm working on cooking. I just basically cook my own food, and by doing that I'll eventually level up, and when you level up you get more recipes, food that will basically last longer on your food bar. The other thing that I can do with cooking is I can boil water so that I have water to drink. Good stuff like that. Alright, we're heading into a town here, so let's get back into character. Okay, so this is Valentine. You guys might remember Valentine was where George hung out a lot. He hung out in the bar here in Valentine on the Wild RP server. Valentine is extremely busy on this server, which can cause some issues as far as the multiplayer aspect to this. Okay, let's get OB cleaned up. You can see here when you actually brush it, physically will remove the dirt from your horse. And we'll take this guy. And like I said, you had to put him away. When you do, it should disappear, and it'll say horse is stored. And then he'll recharge, so his life bar and his stamina will recharge. Now, this is what I wanted to take a look at. One of the things that they just added into this was... Oh, babe. Don't do that. This. They just added in carts. Wagons and carts. Now, they were in the game before, but due to the nature of expanding the server size, the amount of people that can be on the server, we had run into a lot of problems between all of the Red M servers on this. So they have just recently put it back in again. And in here, there's a couple of different things. They have the Davis Overland coach. This is a really big one, and it's like one of the more classic Western coaches. I believe it's got 2 horses. Might have 4. but you know, it's a big one, coach type thing. There's also carts and buggies. The chuck wagon. There's an icebox wagon, medium buggy, the hunter cart, open wagon, fancy medium wooden cart, large wooden cart, small wooden cart, medium cart, large wooden cart 2. But you can either rent these, and basically I think they're like an hour, maybe 2. I didn't really quite catch how long you can have them for. But they allow you to carry larger amounts of stuff. It is a cart, so, you know, you ride around in a big cart full of stuff. Does mean that people can hold you up and steal your cart and your stuff. Well, it might not happen, but you always gotta realize that can happen. The medium cart? Medium cabin coach sounds kind of cool. You know, I did try out a couple of these that were fairly useful. Supply wagon. Okay, so the supply wagon is like it's like a big wagon. 2 horses draw it. It carries 2,000 units, or 2,000 pounds worth of stuff. So it is ridiculous how much stuff you can carry on it. I ended up like basically getting a medium cart. Medium, which one was it? Medium wooden cart. Yeah, it was called the medium wooden cart. There's also a fancy version of it, which is just basically like, you know, bleached wood. Did want to take a look at this medium buggy. I'm gonna rent one of those, and then it should pop up in my owned. There we go. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Pretty simple. Little covered wagon, little covered 2-wheel buggy, and a single horse. Alright, one of the benefits of using a cart is the horse is already at maximum level. And generally carts, you're a little bit safer from wolves and bears and stuff attacking you. And they go like a bat out of hell too, sometimes you gotta be careful. Alright, give that a try. What I'm gonna do, we're gonna test this out. It looks like it's a, you know, it's a 2-person cart. It's really no different than having a horse, other than, like I said, being a little bit more protected from things attacking you. Okay. Yeah, it seems to be working pretty well. He's sticking to the road. Ooh, okay. Does it really stop when I go to the map? Wow, yep. He just comes to a dead stop. Okay, well, might be a little bit of a downside. Seems to work well, though, with the autopilot. This carriage breaks for bunnies, not editors. Yeah, I gotta do a lot more of that, complaining about my editor. You move like a cat, Marty. I kind of like the idea of using one of these carts, although I would like it if you could like put the top down. Totally. Alright, how's this gonna go? This was what I was curious about. Yeah. A little deeper there. Yeah, across the water, fine. The big thing is that this hill right here that we're coming up on usually is a wolf location. Let's see how that plays out. This may be George's last trip. Who knows? Odie. All right. Good. Okay, they're not chasing me. That is a great one. He moves like a cat. I always love that too, because the guy they get to playing him is so good. Bill Murray just is good on his own level to it. Plus, I think it was a Generation of Swine starts off with Hunter telling the story about almost drowning in a pool, and he gets at the last second just before he loses consciousness, he's dragged out of the pool by what he realizes is Bill Murray. And it was originally some kind of a thing where he had bet somebody that he could be tied to a chair and thrown into the pool and get out of the chair. And clearly was once he hit the bottom, he realized that wasn't going to happen. And supposedly Bill Murray pulled him out. And that checks out because they did run into each other quite a bit, and then he was a big part of where the buffalo rum getting made. The Wingle Dan does kind of move like that, although he's a very slow-moving cat, I think. Wait, I'm headed the wrong way. Why are you doing that? Okay, well, that's not a good sign. For the autopilot. Go this way. Ugh. It moves like a cart. Oh. This should do it here. Nope. It's somebody's house. Nope. And there's a bunch of horses. Look out, coming through. Yeah, I can see where carts could be a lot of fun. Alright, let's just off-road here. Hopefully we won't run into the cannibal. Turn. There we go. Whoa. Let's go quite fast. Come on. There you go. Ugh. Faster than I wanted it to go. Now this is basically the reason why I wanted to get the wagon and run through this area, is because generally this is Murder Kitty Alley here. I think there's a cougar or two around here. This is actually the same area that George ended up getting tapped one time and lost all of the crap that he had on him. It was by a murder kitty, and I think we sat there on the stream for about 45 minutes before I decided, yeah, we're just not gonna, nobody's gonna come by here. Fortunately, that isn't as much of a problem here. Alright. Okay, good. That's what I thought. Oh, that's definitely an irritating side of this. But the good thing is that with the cart here, we're not worried about the stamina and health. Howdy. Well, hopefully those two guys aren't going to rob us. That's it? There it is. That'll work. I need some bait. Oh, damn it. Wow. All right, the rental took all the money. Back to town. Clear this bad boy out. Oh, not bad, not bad. So far, I've been very happy with the the wagon and reintroducing them. They've really done a nice job with them. Cody,
Hey, Silver.
Mr. Robert.
how are you doing?
Hey, what's up, Wazzy?
Hey, how's it going? What the hell are you doing here?
Oh, we're getting a carriage for everybody.
Oh, where'd you disappear off to?
Me, I passed it a little bit longer than I thought.
There we
I
go.
was going to at the campsite there.
How do you do, Robert?
Good, good. How you been?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Oh, these are
Not too
nice.
long ago.
I got one of these big ones earlier. Man, you can haul a lot of crap in that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, you can. Hey, Wazzy.
Yeah.
This here's Chelsea.
Oh, nice to meet you as well.
Honey?
Come on, up. Not you, Gray. I don't want to sit next to you.
Well, those are the folks that I was telling you about there,
Oh, shit.
Blackwater seems to be one of the other big poppin' towns. There's always a lot of stuff going on here. Down the street. This way. Yes. I do know that that does happen with the snow. It does get slippery. It is actually quite a thing in this game. If you go over to the mountain areas, it's always snow over there, up in the northern part of the map. $20. Why not? I don't think we need anything here. Oh, they're out of stew. No stew. Grab a coffee then. Free tobacco. Oh. Can't read it. I'm holding the drink. Take a look and see. Get in the store. Okay, so this is the horse cream I was talking about earlier. You can buy that here. You can also buy the hay. You can buy peppermint candy, and what else? There's the sugar. This store also has ammunition you can buy. They've got herbs for cooking, pans for gold mining, or for gold panning, and a few other things. You can get a pipe here. Looks like they're out of tobacco right now. Out of tobacco, oranges, apples, and the sparkling botanical water. That's okay. We don't really need any of this stuff. So let's see what they got here. Close the door. Born in a barn. Well, might have been. Gents? Okay, well, we got our cash. Doesn't look like there's really anything going on at the bar. Those guys were definitely getting a wagon together for something. Alright, let's see. Did I put any? I got water. Oh, okay, I did buy stew. Might as well eat that now. that over there. Let's see, do we still have the wagon? Yeah, we still do. We should take this. Alright. I'm gonna head over to the bait shop real quick. Ow, damn. This thing going all out. Yeah, it's got pretty good speed to it. Oh, I always forget this. Where is it? Oh. Okay. That's what it is. It always weird because this little ledge here goes down like this. Where it turns in the corner. Nice. Yeah, this thing is super dangerous. The other thing about this is that you know, if the cart crashes, you're basically stuck. Or if you do enough damage to it that like it gets damaged and the wheel falls off or something happens to it, you can't just call your horse and have him pick you up. All right. Finally. Okay. Got the fishing lure or fishing bait that we need. And like I said, this is kind of what I usually have been doing is I go back and forth between the two locations. Is they usually refill. Now, I don't know what restock time is. I think it's like every hour-ish. But I have seen where sometimes it takes a little bit longer. But it usually does restock to like a minimum amount. In this case, it's 5 for the lures and stuff. Yeah, not bad. Not bad, though. I hear what the rental on this was. Like 15 bucks? It's not too bad. Alright. Crossroads up here. Yes, that was kind of why I thought it was best to excuse myself from whatever was going on there. Because I had a feeling that they had planned. That wagon is serious, like it carries a lot. Actually, before we go too much further here, I did want to take a look at this. Let's see if this actually has storage. Oh, it does. Yeah, 20 pounds. That's not bad. But yeah, you can put things on this too, like when you buy it. I'm looking at buying one of these. I don't know what yet. I definitely want to get the cart. Because the thing about, like, kind of fishing that I'm doing here, where I'm getting a whole bunch of the live bait together, is what I was doing before was I would like fish until my my bags on my horse were full, and then I'd also carry stuff myself, but it doesn't, you don't haul quite as much as you do if you have a wagon. Like 200 pounds of fish. Like normally I can carry about 60 or 70 pounds, and then with the medium-sized wagon you can carry 200 pounds plus what you're carrying. So yeah. In this case, this cart only carries 20 pounds, but still 20 less. Ugh. Alright. Let's see here. Do we have a still traveling? The ether tanks. Indeed. Amongst other things, one of the things that I definitely want to try to get a hold of is a good supplier for moonshine. I love the character effects in drinking moonshine. It does have like that ether-like quality. You act like the town drunkard in some Irish novel. Oh, good, yeah. You can see it snapped right onto the GPS track. I don't know. I think the cart is a fitting journalist vehicle. Maybe not this cart. We can definitely see using this as a, at some point getting folks involved in kart racing. Because this definitely has the feel of, kart racing. Plus, I always thought was a kind of a fun idea or something to do would be to do like a grand tour type thing. We have a cross-country race, a la like the wacky races kind of thing. Two-person team. No, you're not paying a nickel. You pay the whole damn dime. What's up, Hick? Yeah, man, I know. I was gonna let you know that I was gonna do it, but I just today was kind of one of those days where I had to do this. And at least get it started, because I've actually had a couple of good interactions this week with some folks. And definitely some characters that I'd like everybody to kind of meet and see. as we go on. So I figured today's a good day to get this started. And yeah, you'll definitely want to go back. If anything, to see the classic streamer open of Dime Novel #1. I don't think I'm not kidding you. Like, as soon as I hit my live scene, the second I hit my live scene, the server crashed. And then it did it like 3 more times after that. So like the first hour of the stream is basically me doing a tap dance around getting it. Yeah, the correspondence. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do something like that for like kind of the opening. Very Fear and Loathing at Rolling Stone, back and forth between the editor and him. And so far I did a couple of yeah, I know, it was quite rude. Dude, I've been trying to do this for a while, and it just got to the point where I kind of checked off all of the basic boxes of what I wanted to get accomplished for the you know, to get the character started. And it was more of an issue of just really trying to get it going. Oop. But yeah, what I'm going to try to do is I'll do these dime novel things like this, and then just regular streaming type stuff afterwards. Howdy.
Abraham, borrow your horse.
If you shoot it, I'm gonna shoot you.
Yeah, he'll do a good job. He'll do a good job.
That's just good policy.
Yeah, little A do a good job.
There we go. That's actually pretty good. $12 will work.
Conversation with you, miss. It's not I'm not asking, miss.
Will.
No, no.
Well, those seem like delightful gentlemen. I think they were they were pretty much in the same boat as I was. Let's go this way. Yes, there's definitely a gang we gotta watch out for. And I suspect that was them. So, we haven't quite cleared town yet, but we should be okay. I did want to do this, though, since I got the horse here. We need to store some stuff. Get all of those put away. Good. Okay, we're good. Drink a little water. Yeah. No, I did not buy the cart. That was a rental. I'm actually going pretty much from town to town taking a look to see if the carts are different. Because that was how they had it set up with the horses on the server. Is each location had different things at it. Yeah, we're going to head back to Saint Denis. I wanted to go see if let's kind of good. Oh well, let's do this. Get that up, maybe get some more bait and stuff. Basically want to get the hell out of Valentine. We still have our life. Alrighty. What is going on here? You guys... It's the same person. They're headed out of town too. Yeah, so in my my time with Robert here, like I said, I've been held up 3 times. One was a pair of folks that were obviously just getting started because it was clearly a training robbery for one. The second group was interesting, and part of what kind of spurred me on to getting some more stuff with Robert streamed. It was a what I would call the Mexican Bandito group, whom also were kind of just getting started, so I seemed to be a good test run as far as doing highway robbery, and the Banditos Locos. And then what I had kind of promised them was that, you know, I ended up forking over my gun and the $4 that I had on me, and I promised them that I would also talk them up a bit, like a hype man. And which I proceeded to do, but I don't think it was exactly in the way that they were looking for, which was kind of good, because I basically went over to the police station and started talking up the Banditos Locos, which they didn't. They were kind of fighting over that was the name that they wanted the group, you know, because they had a much cooler name they wanted to use. But that was the name that I gave the police. And I didn't think much of it at the time. And then a couple of days later, I was just hanging around somebody's conversation and listening in, and sure enough, they were talking about this group that was hitting outside of Valentine called Banditos Locos. So it appears the PR part of it was a little bit more than I had thought. Because I basically kind of, you know, was the whole, yeah, just tell anybody that you run into about this. And apparently, word spreads quite nicely. So that's kind of one of the things that I plan on doing with Robert is he's going to do just that. You know, there's infinite potential for embedded journalism here. And that's another bonus RP thing that I want to look into at some point is just that. I mean, it's a good vantage point, and I think it would be kind of an interesting to kind of work with. Obviously, I have to kind of go with the I'm neutral as far as the character stance goes. So, you know, I'm a reporter. That's what I do. At least we'll see how that works. I have my suspicion that the humor will run out of it quickly for folks involved, but we'll see. But yeah, like I said, each one of the stables has different horses at it. This particular one, this Turcoman that I have here, is one of the more expensive horses to buy. It's now, since it's level 4 now, it's like full out, so it goes as fast as it's going to go, which is damn fast. But at full speed, it burns out its stamina very quickly, even at this high level. So it's got a good, like here where I'm running it, it's got a decent medium speed. And if I really need to, I can pretty much outrun most of the things that I would be running away from. So it's a good combination of the two for him. I think the next one I'm going to look at, I think, is the Thoroughbred, because the Thoroughbred is all stamina. And that will be for doing the runs from one side of the map to the other, which I kind of think that's going to be one of his things. Like I said, I have to still figure out exactly how I'm going to work the journalism aspect of it, but moving stories around via word of mouth is a really good way to go here. Especially with what I've seen as far as the community goes. They're really good about spreading along stuff like that. Turkeys are definitely over-spawning, and I think there's a reason for that. And the squealy piggies. And so far in my conversations over the last couple of weeks, I've only introduced myself as Robert once, or as George once. So I'm pretty good about keeping the two characters separated. But it was a very, I don't know, it was just kind of a situation where I don't know. I managed to talk my way out of it, but it just had to do with more insanity than anything else. Everybody that was there kind of knew. Got a kick out of it. Excuse me. Let's see, where are we at? Okay, yeah, this is about what I figured. We'll check this here. Should be restocked by now. Well, sort of restocked. I'm just gonna buy 2 this time. Like I said, I always try to kind of leave stuff for other people as well, because you can buy out everything in the store and I don't know why. Let other people fish as well. A little bit better about working through the menus and stuff. I still make a lot of weird mistakes with it, but we'll get better with that as time goes on. There we go. Very good. They've added in a bunch of kind of newer stuff. Obviously the carts were just added in. A bunch of new emotes and stuff. Some really kind of cool emotes that you can now do. They also put in... Where's that? Over here. This is a tobacco plantation now. You can actually pick, harvest, and process tobacco. So, I don't know. You don't have to buy it. In the previous settings for the game, smoking basically like gave you a buff to your health. But they removed that, and now it doesn't do anything for you as far as health is concerned. But they did add in mechanics for more RP side of things. So like you can change the stance that you're doing while you're smoking. You can also like control when you inhale and make it. It's much more. They made it much more visually roleplay and less of a buff thing. If you ever caught some of the other streamers and stuff, it was basically like just it was a lot like the game where like in the middle of a firefight you're just okay, hold on a second, I'm gonna do some smoking here. And yeah. So instead of doing that, they made it more for roleplay, which is fine by me. I actually really like it. They added in the pipe. So yeah, I can do the pipe emote here, and then can't make cigarettes yet, but you can make cigars. And I had somebody explain to me how to do that, so I can now do all of that, which is pretty cool. It's like you have to refine 4 ground up tobacco, and then oops, where I want to go. And then you mix it in, and then you can take some of the tobacco you have and turn it into leaves, I think, or wraps. That's what it was. Cigar wraps. And you can basically make your own cigars, which, you know, some people are already selling. Again, it's just more of a visual thing, but still kind of cool. They've also added in the ability to make a little bit better for quenching your thirst. Like water is you can make sparkling water, which takes a couple of different ingredients to make it, but your thirst bar won't go up as quickly or go down as quickly. And the same with food. They've made it so that the food and stuff that you eat will depend on how long things will work. Let's put away Obelisk. Is the horse's name is Obelisk, but he goes by Obi. So many delicious things that I could do with that. So, kind of gives you at least a little bit of an introduction here to Robert Stockton. We'll do some more stuff with him. Basically, kind of my plan here was to wrap this up by 8 Eastern. Mainly because I've got a harmless content transmission over on trekradio.net in another 2 hours, 2 hours and 5 minutes. And we'll be doing another radio drama tonight, which I'm really looking forward to this one as well. Kind of a neat one and a very harmless content sort of story by Dimension X from 1950. And like I said, it's a good story. I got lots of good music and stuff for that. But I wanted to get in a dime novel stream today, and also the show as well. I'll be doing some more streaming here on PRC. Maybe in the morning. I don't know. I haven't exactly worked it out. I've got some other things I want to get done today and tomorrow, and I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I do plan on trying to get some more time with Robert in as we get through the weeks. I really would like to try to get him on as much as possible. Hopefully a little bit, maybe a couple hours every day or something like that. I've been kind of working at that. It may not be super exciting stuff, because some of the streams are going to be basically like doing things like fishing, but they are really I've definitely found they're great little AMSR type streams. If you're looking to fall asleep, man, it might be the thing for you. I don't know, but I wanted to kind of get my streaming back up again, doing this. I've also got the HC Media stuff that I want to get back into, doing some more of the Ghost of Tsushima. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hey, what's up? Coley back. Yeah, harmless content or harmless dime novels are back. Hello.
Oh, hi there, sir. Okay, fair enough. Oh.
Yeah.
Do you need anything, sir? Any food, whiskey, anything?
No, I'm actually I'm headed out. I'm gonna get some sleep in.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
But appreciate you asking.
Yeah, of course. What's your name, by the way?
My name is Robert. Robert Stockton.
Robert Stockton?
Stockton.
Stock. Again. Stock.
There you go.
So sorry. So sorry.
Pun.
All
No,
right.
that's good. That's good.
All right, Robert. I'm Eve. Nice to meet you.
Eve.
And,
Eve.
yes.
I've actually a couple of folks have mentioned you. It's
Oh,
good to
God.
actually meet you.
Bad things, good things.
Oh, good things always.
I doubt that. But either way, it's nice to meet you, and
Right
I
on.
hope you get a good rest.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll probably be back sometime here in the future.
All right. Well, you take care of yourself now.
You too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry.
There we go. Yeah, I can see that possibly ballooning out. Can I actually... Oh, good. It does allow me to do this. Okay. Where is it? There we go. Oh, yeah. I clearly should have gone in. Well, actually, I can do this. You know what? Let's switch over to here. Whoops. Nope. Nope. I'm doing that. Okay. There we go. Go back on our starter outfit. And once again, I want to thank everybody for joining me for the HC Media or HC Dime Novels. Getting started here with Robert Stockton and issue number 1. Like I said, kind of covered what I was looking to do. Just basically get an introduction and show a few crashes of the server and some other things. But we had a few folks. We just met Eve there, whom I'm pretty sure owns the hotel here. And then yeah, I think they were one of the ones they mentioned. And we ran into a few folks that I'd met or run into before. And we'll meet more folks as things go on. But again, hey, what's up, Suval? Yeah, I appreciate you stopping by. Unfortunately, it's right at the end. I'll take. I'm gonna, like I said, I was gonna take a little break here and wrap up the stream, and then we'll jump on over to trekradio.net and jump into the harmless content tonight. Let's see. We've got the Dimension X. Excuse me. I gotta get my talking voice back up again. Yes, tonight we're doing a Dimension X radio drama from 1950 called The Potters of Frisk, which is kind of a neat little, very harmless content story. I think you'll enjoy it. Got some good music and stuff planned for that as well. But yeah, we'll wrap up tonight's dime novel here, and we'll call it a successful stream. We'll call it a stream. How about that? In the meantime, once again, I want to thank everybody for joining me. Don't forget, if you're watching over on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe there so that you get notifications for when we're doing more streams. Also, same thing here. If you're hanging out on Twitch, don't forget to like and or at least give me a follow. I would really appreciate that. And we'll go from there. For the most part, I'm hoping to, like I said, I'm going to try to stream every day if I can, or at least a couple of hours every so often. That way you can always make sure you catch up on the VODs there. And then, let's see, I'll put it up in here. There we go. That's the HC Arcade Discord. That's going to be basically like my main channel as far as doing stuff, notifications and whatnot for streams coming up. If you guys want to jump on in there, go ahead. I've got a bunch of different channels. You can put up I'm pretty sure I have... Let's take a look. There we go. Yeah, we've got the clip archive that we're gonna get in running up in there. Looks like Dull's already put up. Thanks again, Dull. I appreciate it. Has already put up the the introduction, the correspondence for the Saint Denis Saints. God damn it! You sent me out here on a wild goose chase. So yeah, you can catch up that, and then I'll you know what, I think I'm gonna also put up I'll put up links for the YouTube channel as well, so that you can be up to date on when that stuff is going on and when I put up VODs and stuff like that. But yeah, basically this is going to be kind of the thing here that we'll use for doing that, and then any other things that I do in the future will probably be through that Discord. For those of you... Is that it? Yeah, that's it there. That's the new YouTube archive. Like I said, I was going to kind of move it all over to Atomos CLU as far as the titles and everything else goes, and unfortunately I need to get a lot more subs on YouTube in order to do that, apparently, nowadays. So the Capt Atomos, CAPT-ATOMOS, that channel is still there with all of the stuff archived that we did in the past. So you can always keep an eye on that as well. But I want to try to. I'm doing the live streaming to this new YouTube channel there as well. And I'll probably copy the stuff over to the other YouTube channel, but we'll see how it goes. And then obviously you'll have the VODs on Twitch for 2 weeks, 14 days from when they're recorded. They stay up there. So you'll be able to catch those, but for the most part, I'll be the permanent archive will be more or less the new YouTube that I have there. Okay. The other thing too is that I just took a look there at the Discord where you put up the we need to have real stories, not vague promises of leads from the town drunkard in some ungodly hour of the night. I don't know if you noticed, but if you listen again, a little bit later on, the turtle races he talks about was from some drunk guy that passed out at the bar. So, you know, you kind of get the idea where that's coming from. But yeah, I want to try to do more stuff like that. I want to do a little correspondence and stuff like that. It may not be every single one of the things. I think the dime novels are going to be a little bit different. But we'll see how it goes. It's I think it's going to be a fun character to play around with, and it'll definitely be very entertaining to play itself. So it should be fun. Let's see. Other than that, I think we're good. Tell you what, let's close on out with this guy right here. Where is it? There we go. Once again, I want to thank everybody for joining me for the HC Dime novel, issue number 1, The Journalist, with Robert Stockton. Thanks again, everybody. We'll see you soon.